what is going on YouTube? It is your boy D Nolly, aka Don Squally, and in today's video we got a little bit of a showdown. Today we are going to be testing the old school original 1992 Honda NSX against its newer, much more powerful younger brother, the 2017 Acura NSX. Now what we're gonna do here is just obviously the newer NSX is gonna beat the old school 92 NSX. We're talking about, I'm pretty sure, a 3.2 liter naturally aspirated versus pretty much a hybrid supercar is what the new NSX is at this point. But nonetheless, I want to take both these cars down the drag strip. We're gonna do multiple runs here. What we're gonna do first and foremost is do a couple of runs with the 92 NSX. Now this thing, if I'm not mistaken, 3.2 liter, 270 horsepower. Now a lot of people might say that this car right here is much more of a purist vehicle. Obviously a lot less driving aids on this car than you would find on the newer NSX, which to a lot of people is going to translate to a better driving experience. 6-speed manual in this thing, whereas if I'm not mistaken, that hybrid NSX only available in an automatic transmission. So again, a lot of people gonna like this car much more than the newer NSX. But the question is, how does it compare in a quarter mile? Now as you can see, a little bit of a slow start, touching red line right there. We're gonna finish right around 168 kilometers an hour, which is going to equate to right around 104 miles per hour. Now as you can see, a 13.6, relatively respectable for a 92 NSX. But I do feel like this car has just a little bit more in it, that we might be able to wring out a better time than that. Now right now I'm testing these cars 100% completely stock, which is gonna give us the best results comparison wise. Now I'm really not expecting this thing, like I say, to even come close to the quarter mile time. A lot less technology in this car than there is in the newer NSX. And if I'm not mistaken, that new NSX has like 570 horsepower, which is, I mean, over 300 more horsepower in the new NSX than we have in the old one. Racing some SUVs, that is interesting. Coming out strong there off of the line, couple minis, Audi TT, bringing her almost up to 9 grand, which for a V6 really is quite impressive. Now I didn't catch the miles per hour, but we are at a 13.5, which is very respectable. I know a lot of people that go to the racetrack that are 100% satisfied running a 13.5. Especially in, let's say, your naturally aspirated V6 family sedan, which a lot of you guys know I am an owner of a couple of those. The G35 currently running a 13.9 in the quarter mile, which is not far behind the Acura NSX. Now I have a funny feeling we are going to be singing a different tune once we jump into that 2017, but we're going to give the 92 one more chance to redeem itself here, see if we can get anything better than a 13.5. Gonna see if I can catch the kilometers per hour here. 169, which again right around 105 miles per hour. 13.54, which I think is gonna be pretty much as good as this car is gonna get right here. But what we're gonna go ahead and do right quick is jump into that 2017. Obviously, the 92 being a Honda, the 2017 being an Acura, but relatively the same company. We had, I'm pretty sure, 92 Acura NSXs here in Canada. Acura being a luxury brand in the United States and Canada. But now that we are in that 2017, I can already tell you that all-wheel drive system giving us a real swift kick in the pants right there. We're going to go ahead, set up this event, and see what this thing can do. Now, if I had to guess, I'm going to go out on a limb, say low 11, low to mid 11. So let's say like a 11.2 to an 11.5. I have a feeling this thing is going to be extremely fast. Essentially a supercar, really. Again, the only problem, you're not going to get this car in a manual as you would with that classic NSX. But I mean, this thing in a whole different ballpark, which we're going to find out in a quick minute here. Here got a full-blown race car to the left. That RSX, funny seeing that there not putting up much of a fight. Looks like we got a Dodge Dart just completely smoking us on the right there. Didn't catch the kilometers per hour on that one, but I will get it the next time. And 10.7 right there. This thing has definitely exceeded my expectations, not gonna lie. But we're gonna give it a couple more runs here, because it does take me a couple of runs to actually get used to the shift points when I'm first testing a car, which, as you guys know, when we're doing these videos, you're pretty much getting my reaction for the first time when I do a build and I'm cruising it around, crashing all over the place. But that is how I like to do things. So I think for this next event, I'm going to concentrate a little more on my shift points, revving right up to just over 8 grand. Again, didn't catch the kilometers per hour, but running a 10.6. Now, the crazy thing about this car is that it revs so quickly that you almost have a tough time actually keeping up with your shifts. As you saw, I just hit redline there, just on the 2.3. And I mean, this thing's an absolute monster, but I want to see if we can do a little bit better than a 10.6. We're going to give this thing one more run on the drag strip, see what it can do. I'm going to focus all of my attention on actually racing as opposed to talking, so I can nail these shifts, and we're going to see if we can catch that kilometers per hour, that miles per hour at the end of the race. So let's start the event and see what this thing can do. Touching red line. Perfect shift there. Another beauty shift. And again, concentrating a little too much on that 3 to 4. Missed the kilometers per hour, but a 10.7. So either way, that was not our best run, but a 10.6 at whatever the miles. But not surprisingly, that Acura NSX absolutely killing it. 10.6 versus that 13.5, which is pretty much a 3-second difference, which for those of you guys who actually go to the drag strip, it's amazing what a half a second between cars will actually look like as far as distance goes. So you can imagine what 3 whole seconds looks like. But I'm thinking we're probably going to put an end to this video. You know what? I'm going to probably cruise around in this car once this video is done, just because I'm so impressed with the way that on how it handles. So obviously not the driver's car out of the two. A true purist would really probably never buy a car like this. But if you want something that's going to be up there with the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris, I mean, I don't even think the new Supra runs a 10.6. But one thing I did want to do is do a comparison video on the old Supra and the new Supra. But unfortunately, the new Supra it's not in this game. I'm going to see if maybe I can find, what is it, the BMW Z4 that's based off of. Maybe we'll do a comparison video with the BMW version of the Toyota Supra versus the original Toyota Supra, since it is in fact in this game. But I'm thinking we're going to put an end to this video. If you guys did enjoy this one, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys want to see more and you're not subscribed yet, definitely do so. But as always, I am your boy D Nolly, aka Don Squalia. We gonna catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Oh, 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 oh no, oh no, oh.